there, Mr. Gregory. I'll be your student nurse today. I'm Josh. First, you would start with co-wipe. You would check your orders and check for allergies. You would assess your patient and assemble your equipment. You would wash your hands. You would identify your patient using your 2 identifiers. You would also introduce yourself. You would provide for privacy, and then you would explain, educate, and then evaluate. So today we're going to be doing a musculoskeletal assessment. Do I have my permission to touch you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first we're going to check the range of motion of your hand. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So first we would start with it just being flat here. And then we're going to go, we're going to kind of hyperextend it. So we're going to kind of go out, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to kind of go down here. We're going to hyperextend it, okay? And then we're going to go back up, all right? And then we're going to go back, which would be called flexion, all right? All right, now I'm going to do your fingers. Let's check your dexterity of your fingers. I'm going to have you do this, 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 and then this. That's just to check your fingers, the dexterity of them, on your ability to move them. Okay? Alright, and then I'm going to have you spread your fingers out for me like this, and that's called adduction. Alright, and then we're going to go forward and kind of do them inward, which is abduction. Alright, and then next we're going to check where it's pronation and supination. Alright, so pronation will be laying it flat on the surface. And then I'm going to have you turn it. And we're going to check it like this. Okay? And then, so now I'm going to have you do all this again. But this time I'm going to apply a little force. This is just to check your strength of your muscles. Okay? Alright, so first we're going to start with the hand. I'm just going to put a little resistance to it, and I want you to just kind of push for me. Okay? Alright, now we're going to do it the other way. I'm going to have you turn your hand back over. Alright, and we're going to check it this way. Okay? Alright, so that's got your fingers and that's got your hand. Alright, and that also included your wrist in there as well. Alright, so now we're going to go to your elbow. So this time we're going to kind of flex your elbow here. Alright, and then we're going to just kind of extend it back out. And then you would just kind of hyperextend it, kind of go behind you a little bit. Alright, now I'm also going to feel for any abnormalities, any masses or anything like that. Is there any tenderness?
No.
Or anything in your wrist or your elbow or your hands?
No, sir.
What about your fingers? I'm going to kind of just, I'm going to check your joints here on your hand, on your fingers. Is there any pressure or pain when I do this?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. So next, I'm going to have you do the, I'm going to apply the force again, okay? So I just want you to kind of try to flex your elbow for me, okay? And I'm going to support it with my hand, okay? Alright, no issues there. Alright. Alright, okay. So next we're going to check your, we're going to check your hip, okay?
Okay.
So for this part, I'm just gonna kind of feel for any abnormalities in your hip. Is there any tenderness or anything when I apply pressure to it?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to have you just kind of lift your leg up, just straight all the way up to like a 90-degree angle. Okay. Alright, and you can let it back down. Okay, any tenderness or anything when you did that?
No, not really.
No, not really? Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to check your knee. Is there any tenderness or anything when I apply pressure to it?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. So this time I'm going to have you kind of just raise your knee up. Okay. And then, any pressure or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. Alright, so this time I'm going to kind of raise it up closer towards your chest with your knee, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so we're just going to kind of come back here. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply that force like we did before with your wrist and your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to have you kind of just push for me, okay?
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and push. Okay. No issues there. Okay, so now I'm going to bring your leg out. Alright, and we're just going to check that. Is there any pain or pressure?
Mm-mm.
Okay, if we extend it out there. Okay, and then we're going to kind of come across here. Going to kind of hyperextend it. Is there any pain or pressure? No? Okay.
No, sir.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put it back in normal supination position. Alright, so for the next part here, we're going to check, I'm going to do a little bit more with your knee.
Okay.
So this time I'm going to do it almost like the frog position. Have you ever gotten in that position as a kid? Where you kind of just bring it up and kind of out like this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright. So I want you to I'm going to apply pressure. So I want you to push against me. Okay?
Okay.
Alright? Okay. Any pain or tenderness when you did that?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go down here to your ankle, and we're going to check it out, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So we're going to start with the ankle in the normal position. We'll just stay on, let me readjust this camera here. Alright. Let's see. Okay. I think maybe we can see your feet now. Alright. So we're going to start it with just in the normal position. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of turn it outward here, which is eversion. Okay. Any pain or pressure when you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're going to go inward, which is inversion. Okay. Any pain or pressure when you do that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you do the resistance test again, okay?
Okay.
To check for resistance.
Okay.
Okay. So when we go inversion, I want you to push against my hand. Okay. Nothing. All right. We're gonna come back out. We're gonna do the eversion. Okay. All right. Now you would do both of these bilaterally, so you're gonna check both sides. But for time's sake, I'm not gonna do both of them in the video today. So the next thing we're going to check is your feet. So on this, we're going to check your toes. So first I'm just going to do like I did with your hands. I'm going to check your joints and your toes. Is there any pain or any pressure other than what you can, obviously feel me? Does it hurt or anything when I do that?
No.
No? Okay. All right, so this time I'm going to have you flex your foot. We're going to bring it back towards you.
Oh.
Okay. All right, and then we're going to kind of hyperextend it. So I want you to kind of hyperextend these toes the best you can. Okay. And then we're also going to do on your toes, we're going to do the abduction and the adduction as well.
Okay.
Like we did with your fingers. So first we're going to try to bring them out, kind of separate them the best you can.
As good as I get.
Okay. All right, and then we're going to do the adduction. We're going to add them, back together here. Okay. And like I said, you would do this bilaterally on both sides. Okay, so for the next thing that I'm going to check would be I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm just going to actually check your symmetry.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. All right, that appears to be normal. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to have, the next part I'm going to have, I'm going to check your gait. So I'm going to have you walk away from me, and then I'm just going to have you walk back towards me, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, next I need to check the curvature of your spine.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you turn around for me if you would. And I'm going to just have you bend over and kind of touch your toes, okay? And this way I can just go ahead and check the curvature of your spine. Okay. No abnormalities noted there. Okay. Now I'm going to have you I'm going to have you turn around and you can face the camera this time. Alright, so this next part I'm going to have you kind of twist from side to side. Now keep your hips grounded. And we're just going to kind of twist side to side. Okay? Just kind of like this. Trying to keep them hips about as straight as you can keep them. Okay. Alright. And then now we're going to go from kind of side to side, standing feet flat on the floor. And just kind of side to side.
Oh, you mean both feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this side, okay. Alright, and now next we're going to go ahead and we're going to check your head. Okay? So first I want you to, first we're going to rotate your head. Okay? So we're going to go from side to side. Okay? Alright, and then next I want you to go ahead and look down for me, which would be called retraction. There you go, and you look down. Okay? Actually, that'd be flexion. It'd be looking down. Okay, you can go ahead and raise your head up for me. Alright, now this time I'm going to have you kind of hyperextended, okay? So we're going to kind of look up. Okay? Alright. So is there any questions that you have for me? Or was there any pain or tenderness when we did any of these assessments?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Thank you.